All right, all right. This is the part where I test things, where I try to find out that things are actually working properly. So I'm going to go over here and listen. Ah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It is actually working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play my introduction. And then I'll get rid of my, here, I'll start by getting rid of this part right away. Okay, so let's play my introduction. You ready? You ready? Let's do this. Isn't that a cool intro? Don't you like that? I really like that myself. I think it's a lot of fun. So, okay, so what we're going to do today is the very first thing I want to do is I want to welcome you all here. Thank you. And thank you for being here and taking the time to hang out with me. And whether you're hanging out live or whether you're hanging out after the fact, either way, I thank you. I thank you very much. And today I'm gonna just pour my wine because this is actually part of what makes this a lot of fun because it gives me an excuse to drink wine in the middle of the day. So once a week I have an excuse to do this. Okay. So here's what we got. Here we got for starters. Here, this is a what is this called? Cono sur bicicleta. It's a Viognier, and this is a Chilean wine. Let me see here. This is 2017, and this is actually one of my go-tos. This is actually one of my favorite here. I'll bring it back up here. This one here. This is one of my go-tos. I like to come back to this wine on a regular basis because A, it's relatively inexpensive. It's not the most inexpensive, but here in Canada it sells for about $10 a bottle, and it's really nice. I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to describe what it is because I just came off a cup of coffee here. And this is my first sip, but it's a dry white. There's some kind of green apple sort of taste in there, as well as some lemon, little citrusy lemon stuff. It's nice. It's a nice, crisp, dry white wine, and highly recommend it. Okay, so today, itchy nose, itchy nose. I once heard that if you have an itchy nose, one of those superstitions says that it means you're going to be angry. So hopefully I'm not going to be angry about anything. The only thing that could possibly make me angry is if things don't work. Anyway, as you know, cooking with Linux without a net. Oh, we're not going to look at that right now. Shh, 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 shh. We're not going to look at that right now. Cooking with, or that. Oh, man. I hope you didn't see any of that, okay? I hope you didn't see any of that. Okay, so Cooking with Linux Without a Net is brought to you by Linux Journal, and this is the original magazine of the Linux community. It goes back a long ways. And has been following Linux and open source software for years. It's actually a great magazine and one that you should subscribe to. So go to linuxjournal.com, click subscribe over here, and the other option too is you can become a patron on a patron on Patreon. And one of the perks actually, which is kind of neat, is that you can get the magazine delivery as well. So not only could you just get a description, but you could become a patron as well, and you would wind up with a subscription to the magazine as well. So there you go. So Patreon for Linux Journal, and I'm going to go back to. I'm just going to close my window here, and a couple of things I want to show you. I have over here a new video which you might want to check out. It's not part of the. It wasn't one of the ones that I did live. This is one that I did before the fact, but it's the cat's guide to installing and running Ubuntu 18.04. I'll give you a quick peek at Ubuntu 18.04. I have a secret for you. I have a secret, and some of you are going to be, I don't know if you'll be upset, you'll be shocked, you'll be amazed. By the way, if you're in the chat, please take a moment to say hi so I know you're in there. And first of all, Qubit torrent. I'll just move that out of the way for the moment. But here's what I want you to take a look at. See that logo that's there? See that logo that's there? Let's right-click on this thing, and we're gonna go to Simple Monitor Settings, and I'm gonna change my logo to Kubuntu. And why am I changing my logo to Kubuntu? I'm changing my logo to Kubuntu because after about 2 months of running Fedora, I am no longer running Fedora. Yes, it's true. I've given up on Fedora. I am now running Kubuntu 18.04. And let me see. Oh, let's make the font quite a bit bigger on here, shall we? So that we can actually see this thing. Because if you're watching it at a small screen, you're going to want to see that. So I'm going to say Edit Current Profile. And really, I just want to change. Oops, cancel. Where's my font? Where's my font? Appearance. Font. There we go. Let's make that, what do you think? 14? 14? 14 look good? Yeah, 14 looks good to me too. Okay, anyway, so cat/ctc/lsb-release, in case you're curious as to whether I'm legit on there. There we go, Ubuntu 18.04, uname-a, and we're running 4.15, Linux kernel 4.15 on this thing. And so I gave up on Fedora. There were too many things that were driving me crazy, and I went back to Kubuntu. So there you go. So I'm running Kubuntu 18.04, and like I said, there's a cat's guide to running Kubuntu 18.04. But before I go any further on that, I am going to fire up my virtual machine manager. So I'm going to fire up the virtual machine manager. I know I've been running boxes for a little while. That would be the GNOME boxes. Excuse me for a second while I have a sip. Seriously, what am I running all this? What is using up all my what's using up all my resources? I'm going to close Qubit torrent there. And obviously, I'm doing things that are chewing up my system quite a bit here. I'm going to find out. You know, it's probably Chrome. Chrome is always really, really hungry. So, but I won't close it right now. Let's first off start off Ubuntu 18.04. So I'm going to fire up Ubuntu 18.04 just so you can have a look at it, and then you can decide whether you want to go and check this one out for yourself. So I'm going to fire up Ubuntu 18.04. You know what? I am going to. Do I want to kill you yet? Do I want... Oh, actually, I'm running quite a bit. Okay, so let's... Oh, sorry, I didn't click run. Sorry about that. Let's fire it up. And while we're waiting for that to happen, I'm going to say new. And I'm going to try a brand new distribution that you've never, ever heard of before. This is what we're going to do. We're going to... Like, we're always doing the ones that are fairly popular. So today I decided I want to try something that, you know, just you never hear of. So I'm going to say browse. And I'm going to say ISO is the ISO file system. And I'm going to go to this one here, Helium, BL Helium. And I'm going to say that's the one that I'm choosing. And I'm going to say forward. And we're going to give it, though, I don't know, 2048. So 2048. I'm going to give it a couple of CPUs to work with. Say forward. And I'm going to say 20 gig. That sounds great. Create the disk forward. And we're going to call this one Bunsen. Join in. Okay, so I'm going to say finish here. The virtual machine is being created. But there we go. There's our, oh, there we go, Bunsenlabs. See, it fired up automatically. So I'm going to say install. And I'm not going to do anything right yet, but I'm going to go back up here for a second to the Ubuntu machine because I'm going to show you that one. SECRET, my super secret password, which is not my real password. It's a lie. Hey, Damon I, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being here. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your relatives, your dog, your cat, your fish, your hamster, if you have one. Change that. Let's change the background just for fun. We'll go ahead and change the background on here because the default Ubuntu background is basically this one. Let me see. Wallpapers, background, cancel. Cancel. Let's go back here. Change background. There's the default Ubuntu Gutsy Beaver or sorry. Gutsy Beaver. Bionic Beaver. There's the default Bionic Beaver background. There you go. That's the default Bionic background Beaver. And let's go to activities, present everything that's on the page. There we go. We're going to go back to our background here, and we'll just select something else. We'll click background, and oh, I don't know, go with something. Oh, let's go with mountains. Let's go with mountains, shall we? There we go, Bionic Beaver. And if you want to see a complete review of that, as I was suggesting, please go over to the cat's guide to installing and running Ubuntu 18.04, where basically I let my cat do the whole thing. Well, except for, you know, talking, because cats don't talk. But there you go. So today we're going to do a Linux distribution that you've never heard of. And then we're going to go back to the Windows subsystem for Linux and try to actually run some graphical apps on that, okay? So Bunsenlabs, you've probably never heard of that, but it's a distribution that is based on Crunch Bang Linux. For those of you that have been around a long, long time, excuse me for a second while I have a sip of wine, because, you know, this dries my throat. Ah, much better. Much, much better. Okay, here we go. Drink up. If you have, you know, wine where you are, please go ahead. Indulge. I'll eat after the fact. But anyway, let's go back over here. Let's go back. Oh, there we go. Let's There we go. We're going to go back over to that one, but we're going to go, where is, oh yeah, sorry, Crunchbang, or Bunsenlabs. Okay, so we're going to do our install of Bunsenlabs here, and I'm going to go full screen on this so that you get the full glory, okay? And we're going to install this one. Now, this one is actually using the OpenBox desktop, and that makes it unusual compared to a lot of things that we normally try on here or that we normally run on here. Mounting SDA on media failed. That's because it doesn't exist yet. Okay, English, United States. We're just going to do that. American English. Don't you love those text screens? I love those text screens when they boot up. I miss text screens. This is based on Debian 9, by the way. So it's not, well, obviously Ubuntu is based on Debian, you know, with its own particular tweaks and so forth. But this is actually based on Debian stable. Hey, somebody actually knows what Bunsenlabs is. Damon I, you've totally ruined this for me. I said I was going to show people something they've never heard of before. And there you go, ruining it. All right, so we're going to call this one Bunsen. Bunsen, we're going to call it. Continue. Continue. The domain name, nah, we're not going to worry with the domain name at this point. Configure network, full name of the new user. That would be me, Marcel Gagne. And I'm going to hit enter. Username for your account, fantastic. Password, S-E-C-R-E-T. S-E-C-R-E-T. This is not my regular password here. I'll show it to you so that you can actually see. Show password in a clear. See, this is not my usual password. This is just one that I use for doing demos, okay? In real life, that's a really sucky password. It's like using ABC123 or worse, PASSWORD as your password. Yes, I'm in Eastern time, so let's configure the clock, detect disks, and oh, by the way, like I said, we're not just going to do, you know, this distribution. There are a few other things I want to do today, but let's start with this one. We're going to use the entire disk. Yes, let's use the entire disk. All files in one partition. Yes, because, you know, we're new users. Finish partitioning, write it out. Write the changes to disk. Yes, write the changes to disk. Continue. All right, formatting the partitions. Remember, I'm not formatting my actual system. This is a virtual machine. And here, let's just go back to the window here, and I'll just stretch that one out here. And while we're waiting for the system to install, let's go back. What do we got here? The current release is Helium, which is the one I'm using here. And by the way, what I did to install this thing is I went with a, I went to the installation here, and I used the torrent. So I actually went with the torrent. And the reason you saw Qubit torrent open down there is because I did this. QB, sometimes BitTorrent, believe it or not, I mean, it's pointing at an ISO file is sometimes really quick, but sometimes torrents are amazingly fast. And if you want to be a good citizen, so to speak, where are you, Qubit torrent? I know I'm killing my machine because I'm doing way too many things at the moment. You know what? I'm going to just, not this, I'm going to, come on, where are we here? Where are we here? Did I just lose my system? Did I just lose my system? Okay, I'm doing way too many things here. Yeah, I'm going to close a couple of things. Apparently, I am just making it too hard on my system. It does not know what to do here. It does not know what to do. There are just too many things that are open. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close Slack. There are just too many things, and it is killing me here. So I have too many things running at the moment, and some of it is virtualization, which is, of course, hurting things. By the way, there is a, in case you don't already know this, there is a Linux Journal IRC channel. So, you know, you can go and hang out in the IRC channel. Okay. Yes, I am just pushing this thing way too hard at the moment. I'm running way too many things. So let's actually stop the Ubuntu machine here. I'm actually going to, let me see, virtual machine, shut down the virtual machine, shut it down. So that'll be the Ubuntu virtual machine, because it is just killing my system to run so many different things at the moment. And I apologize for that. I apologize for killing the stream by pushing my machine. You know what's really annoying about that? And this is probably Ubuntu's fault, actually. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, if you go with the BitTorrent client, do I have the BitTorrent client actually open anywhere in here? I don't have the BitTorrent client. Let me see. All right, let's try to close some of these things down here. And I am going to get rid of Chrome, because I have a feeling that Chrome is killing me, and I'll go back to this in a second here. I love Chrome, but every once in a while, it's like, all right, let's take a look at this. Let's see if the system is doing any better. There we go. All right, we're starting to get some of our memory back, and we're starting to get some of our CPU back. Apparently, I do have to blame Chrome. All right. All right, so let's go back here. Nope, not here. Yeah, right here. And we're going back to the package manager there. Okay, so I am going to restart Chrome, because yeah. Firefox, maybe? Firefox, will Firefox be a little bit easier on the system? Let's find out, shall we? Here, let's close this while we're at it. And let's go to Mozilla Firefox, and then I'm going to go back to the Bunsenlabs page here. There we go. Bunsenlabs installation. So what I did was I went with the BitTorrent file. So I downloaded the torrent file, and let's go back to QB. Are you here, QB? There we go. And what I did was I opened the URL, I added the torrent file on there, and then I downloaded it. Or depending on how your system is set up, you can just click on the torrent file and install it from there. Okay, so there is lots of different ways to do it, but sometimes downloading the torrent file is actually faster than you might do it otherwise. So let's go back here to the About just for a second, and as you can see, it's it's based on OpenBox. So the desktop is going to look different than what you're used to if you are used to looking at KDE or GNOME or any of the more popular distributions that are out right now. And yes, I know KDE and GNOME are not distributions. Let's see how we're doing there. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. This is what I want. Virtual Machine Manager. Bunsen. There we go. All right, we're almost there. So we're going to say continue. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to say continue. And let's go with this. Continue. Installing Grub. We'll find out if this is actually the end. Almost there, finishing the installation, almost there, setting the hardware clock and RAM FS. Let's find out if we are actually almost done here. All right, so while we're waiting for that, because I do think we're almost done here. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to say, and I'm going to open up KRDC. KRDC, and I'm going to reconnect to this desktop here. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I did a show where I installed the Ubuntu, the Windows subsystem for Linux on this Windows machine. So I've got this little tiny Windows 10 machine down here, and we're going to try to actually make this work with the X desktop in just a second. Okay, you ready? Continue. Let's reboot this baby. Finishing the installation. Are you excited? I'm excited. We'll find out if this actually works. It'll work. It'll work. I feel pretty confident that it's going to work. Let me see. Control Alt. Virtual Machine Manager. Let's go to the Virtual Machine Manager. There's our Bunsen machine running there. Removing live packages. Finishing the installation. Okay, maybe this is going to take a... Oh, almost there. Oh, there we go. We're rebooting. Yes. Yes. We are rebooting. All right, let's do this. I haven't actually looked at this, by the way. I haven't actually... This is part of me doing the show sometimes. It's like, we're going to try some things live without actually me testing it out beforehand. So I haven't actually done this yet. So we managed to install Bunsen, or I managed to install Bunsen with a little bit of your help out there, on the machine without actually prepping this before. So let's just wait for this to come up. Are you coming up? Bunsen on QEMU KVM. Come on, Bunsen. You got to come up. After everything I just said there, you've got to appear sometime soon here. Okay, well, something. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Excellent. Let's put in my password. SECRET. And just to get you a good feel for this, I'm going to go to full screen view. All right, let's go to full screen view. Excuse me while I take a sip of my wine. Obviously, I'm still running a little bit slow here. There is something that is eating a lot of resources on here. Let's see if we can figure it out here. So what is killing me here? Oh. Yes, I admit that I run... Oh. apt install. There we go. Ah! All typos are mine. All typos are mine. There we go. There we go. Perfect. What's actually OBS package kit? Well, okay, at the moment OBS is the big killer. But let me go back over here. There we go. Hello! This is an optional post-installation script. All right, let's go to the optional post-installation. Actually, let's do this, and then we're going to go full screen again. We're going to go full screen again. If you are in the chat and you have some questions and you want me to try something, please, by all means, it's part of your privilege by being there. This is an optional post-installation script. You will now be presented with a series of options. You need your password, so please have it ready. No problem. You need a working internet connection. No problem. Hit enter to continue. Let's find out what happens. Now, password. Okay. SECRET. Thank you. I understand. Enter. Really? Seriously? I understand. I'm assuming that they don't want the double quotes here. While Foss, blah blah blah. I understand. I like the background there. I think that's kind of cool. Would you like to upgrade your software? What the heck? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep, I do want to do that. We'll install the latest Firefox. This obviously is not taking humongous long time. Okay, so the post-installation script on this thing is obviously... Hey, Ken! Nice to have you aboard! Welcome, Ken! Ken is good people. He knows that, though. Ken, I looked at Ubuntu 18.04 at the beginning there, but you weren't here at the time yet, so... So just want to let you know that, we did look at it. And again, anybody else that's in there, say hi. Let me know that you're in the chat. And if you have some questions or you want to interrupt me with something, please, by all means, do it. Crypt setup. Da-da-da. Is deprecated and will stop working in the future. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Finishing upgrade. Almost finished upgrade. In case you're just coming in here, this is Bunsenlabs Linux that we're running at the moment. Bunsen extra images. Oh, sure, why not? Would you like to install these? Sure, why not? There we go. We'll install the Bunsen extra images. 95 megabytes. That's nothing. It's nothing. Minimal set of background images. We'll do the additional background images in a moment here. By the way, this is an open box desktop as opposed to... what a lot of people are familiar with. See, things are a little bit different. I right-click on the desktop, and then this is where I get my, my goodness, something is really chewing up my resources. Maybe this is one of the reasons I got upset with, Korea, hi! I'm really sorry about the notification. I don't know what happened. It was one of those days where I was running late. I was trying to do multiple things, and then I realized I didn't send out a message beforehand. So, all right, so we're almost there. Would you like to install Java support? Sure, why not? Let's install Java support. Sure, I agree. I agree with everything. Let's do it. Okay, Java support is happening while we're waiting for that. We have obviously there's a terminal window already open there, so this one is not a big surprise. Obviously, I should have given the virtual machine a little bit more memory. Yeah, let's just type exit here. I gave it only 248K or 2 gig rather to get started. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my wine here. All right, sorry. Let's go back here while this is happening. Web browser. Let's find out what we've got for a web browser. What does Bunsenlabs come with? Okay, it comes with Mozilla. That is the browser that it is using as a default there. Let's go back to. Oh, that just opens another one. There's the welcome screen. Okay, we're back to the welcome screen. The welcome screen is still doing its thing. Firefox is the default web browser on Bunsenlabs. Here, let's give them their dues in here, shall we? bunsenlabs.com or .com or .org. I don't remember. Bunsenlabs.com or .org. We'll find out. How are we doing with the welcome here? Would you like to enable Debian backport repositories? Sure, why not? Adding backports to app sources. I'm going through the whole process of, is it bunsenlabs.com or bunsenlabs.org? I could drop out of here and find out, but here, let's do this. Bunsen Labs. Search. Oh, it's .org. Okay, it's .org. I apologize. It's .org. I should have known. There we go. Bunsenlabs.org in the... I'm just going to minimize that. Let's take a look at what else comes with this thing by default. Exit. So we'll do that. I press any key to continue. Sure, let's press a key to continue. Would you like to enable the Bunsen Labs backports repositories? Sure, why not? We're going to go through the whole... that whole thing at the moment there. Press any key to continue. All right. Press any key to continue. No, we don't want the Flash browser plugin. Would you like to install Dropbox? Not right now. I'm not interested. I'm just taking a look at what it is offering to install less commonly used packages for developing software. Sure. Would you like to install version control tools? Not today. We'll skip that for now. LAMP stack? No, not today. Debian package tools? No, we're not going to do that. Finished! Hit any key to exit. Okay, so we have gone through the Bunsen Labs welcome. Okay, so let's take a look and see what they include in there. Catfish, file search, interesting. Task manager, HTOP. I do love HTOP. HTOP is my favorite task manager. And somebody posted on Twitter a couple of days ago something along the lines of, hey, yeah, it's .org. I noticed that. A little under the weather. Sorry about that, Ken. All right. HTOP does look pretty. I have to admit, that's the main reason that I use HTOP. What do we got? Graphics. Screen shooter for taking screenshots. Mirage image viewer. Scrot screen shooter. Interesting. I don't see the GIMP installed there. VLC is for media player, multimedia, XF burn for DVDs or CDs. Browsers, does it include anything? It comes with Firefox. Okay, it's just Firefox. Oh, interesting. They actually include in the menu system options to install other more popular browsers. I actually think that is an excellent idea. That's actually really good. Run the installer now. That's clever. I like that. Oh, yeah, my password. SECRET. Remember, that's not my real password. This is my demo password. I just want to make that clear for you people out there that say, this dude really knows nothing about security. All right, what do we got in Office? LibreOffice, obviously. Numeric spreadsheet? Seriously? I suppose, I hate spreadsheets. I have to admit that I really hate spreadsheets. Oh, okay, all right. So they only include LibreOffice Writer. They only include the basic one. But as I just showed you there, they do have. What's interesting is that the external package installs are not done graphically. They're actually done through the shell, and I do find that kind of fascinating that they didn't. There are all these options, but all these options are done at the command line. That is actually quite fascinating. Excuse me for a second while I have another sip of wine. All right. I just opened up a calculator here just for fun. Okay, Chrome has been successfully installed. All right, let's go back in here for a second. We've got Office, obviously LibreOffice. If we want to have something other, I have nothing against numeric, but I would feel better using LibreOffice Calc as my spreadsheet. Assuming, of course, I like spreadsheets. I hate spreadsheets, so I try to avoid them like the plague. Places is obviously going. Let's just. For fun here, let's go to downloads and let's see what they use for a file manager, shall we? Oh, browse here. All right. Okay, so we're using Dolphin. Oh, interesting. downloads. Did it say Dolphin? I could swear that it said Dolphin. Dolphin being a KDE file manager. So that is interesting. Let's go back and take a look over here. Is it Dolphin? It certainly looks like it's Dolphin. It looked like it was Dolphin that started up. Let me just quit htop here, and we will start another terminal session. pxaf grep dol. Is it Dolphin? No, it's not. What are we running for? Sorry, I'm curious here. About Thunar. Okay, somehow I thought I saw Dolphin start up. Thunar for the file manager. Okay, interesting. My cursor is going all over the place. I don't, I think this is still my fault for, by the way, I'm just going to close the calculator here. I do like this widget. I like the screen widget here, which has got, the help stuff on how to actually make things happen. Just Super W, that's the so-called Windows key, right? So just for fun, let's go Super M. Ah, very cool. All right, I like that. There we go, VLC Media Player. So we get a bunch of hotkey things already configured. So instead of having to go through the menu system to make those things happen, we can just use the hotkey. What else we got here? Super T, and yeah, let's just do another Super T here. Boom. Excellent. I love it. I love it. This is great. This is great. Let me just pop out the chat over here so that I can see the conversation a little bit better. There we go. Okay, I do like that. I do like this install thing. I think it's a great idea. Anything else you want to take a look at for Bunsenlabs? The people who are hanging out in the chat there. I'm going to have another look at just a couple of other things. Recent files, obviously none of them included. Preferences, we've got our open box preferences. I'm not going to go through the menu editor or anything like that at the moment. Window manager preferences, compositor, Conky. There we go, because Conky chooser. All right, what else have we got here? Help and resources, the online help files, key binding. Cool, cool. I like it. I like it. X web browser. Oh, let's just fire that one up and see what it is. Let's see what it starts up when I do that. What have we got? There's our file manager. That was Thunar. That was the Thunar file manager. And X web browser. You're not starting up, whatever it is that it starts up over here. I like it. I like it quite a bit, actually. I think it's really neat. And, oh, there we go. Google Chrome. Ah, okay. All right. Yes, I do want to make Google Chrome my default web browser, but I'll just minimize that for a moment. And we'll have one more look at things here and go over to preferences, open box, and oh, I don't know, window manager preferences. Oh, there we go. There we go. And we can have different different themes on our desktop. I'm just going to close the browser here and go minimize. Open box configuration manager. Install new themes. I like it. I like it. I'm pleased with it. I think that this is really neat. There we go. And of course, as we switch between the different ones there, you can see the different windows. Take a look at the window itself around the configuration manager, like the window decorations here, and you can see them changing as I touch them. But clear looks. There we go. Open box configuration manager. This is great. This is great. And let's go green. We'll finish it off with green, shall we? Well, this is where we're going to end it. I like this. I think this is really neat. And it's not one that I've had the opportunity to take a look at before, but I like it. Anyway, I'm going to close that one down for a second. Excuse me for a second. One more sip of wine. I know. All right. So the other thing that we're going to do now, so I'm going to go Control-Alt, and I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to go out of full screen mode, and we're going to shut this down. Actually, I should have done that over here. Exit. Suspend, reboot, power off. Let's power off the machine, shall we? All right, guest is not running. So that is our distribution for today. I think that was really cool. I like that. I like that a lot, in fact. So I'm going to exit out of qBittorrent. I'm going to exit out of my virtual machine manager. I don't know about you, but I'm relatively impressed. I am. So let me go back over here. And the next thing we're going to do is go over to that little Windows machine that we had set up last week. Now, just so you know, I'm going to quit because I want to show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to go KRDC. This is how I'm going to connect to the machine. KRDC, and I'm going to go over to this one over here, and I'm going to say OK. And this is the Windows 10 little PC that I had running over there. In case you're curious, it's an Acer convertible, which is both a tablet and a PC at the same time. You can actually separate out the tablet from the desktop. In fact, let me just show it to you here. Okay, so let me go back to the screen here, and I'm going to go get this thing and show it to you. Okay, so there it is. There it is. This is the little PC. It's an Acer, in case you're curious. It's a little Acer. And there's the logo on the outside there. It's an Acer logo. And I actually got this not because I was looking for a Windows 10 PC, but because my son has an iPad. I have a son who has some educational applications on an iPad. Let me plug this back in here because I don't want to sit over top of it. There we go. My son has some educational apps which are running on an iPad, and unfortunately there was an update, and the update required a password, and somebody put in a password, and he locked it out. And apparently the only way that you can fix an iPad after it's been locked out, like you can't just push a button and have it factory reset. No, you must actually have either a Windows PC or a Mac. You know, what are they called these days? iMacs? No. That's going back a ways. iMac. Anyway, so what I did last time, in case I don't know if you remember this, but I installed Ubuntu Linux. So if I go uname-l, this was like about 2 weeks ago. So I installed, uname-a. And here we go. And if I go cat/etc/lsb-release, we're running 1604 on X Windows. Now, you can't actually start X. So if I were to do something like this, start X, this is going to fail miserably. There we go. It fails miserably. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because there is no X server support. So what I decided I would try, and this is the last thing we're going to do today, just for fun, is I found this project here, which is WCXSRV Windows X Server. I haven't done this, so I'm doing this live. We're going to find out if I can make this happen, okay? All right. Where's my download? Where's my download? Where is my download? Where is my download? There it is. Okay. All right. Internet speed. That's not what I'm looking for here. Let's go back. I was actually trying to hit download. Download. Are we? Oh, your download will start shortly. Okay. Apparently, I'm being impatient. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Downloading. 2 minutes left. Are you serious? 3 minutes left. That seems like it takes an awfully long time. It's gonna take forever, man. 2 minutes. Oh, 1 minute left. Okay, it's going quicker than I thought it would. All right, I'll be patient. What wine am I drinking? What wine am I drinking? I am drinking while we wait for this to install. I'm drinking this guy here. I'm drinking this guy. This is Connoisseur Bicicleta. It's a Viognier, and it's a Chilean wine, 2017. That's what I'm drinking today. Thank you for asking. All right. Thank you for downloading this thing. Okay, so let's click down here and install this thing, shall we? All right. Blah, blah, blah. And just because I don't need to be looking at that at the moment. Do I need to be looking at that? Sorry, it's not the Chrome browser I'm looking for. Are you gonna fire up? Oh my goodness, Windows. This is a you know, it's not a. Oh, there we go. Are you serious? Oh yeah. Norton. Yes, I'm fine. Good grief. Good grief. I can't believe how much in the way. Yes, I can. I didn't want to start fire. I don't want installing updates. I don't want to do that. Norton. Oh, there we go. Yes, I want to run everything. Yes. Install. Yes. All right. All right. This is exciting. Oh, I don't know if it's exciting. We'll find out. Have another sip of wine, excuse me. You can do the same, by the way. If you've got a glass of wine in front of you, please, by all means. Ah. Program files. We're just going to close Firefox in the background. I don't really need it to be running at the moment. All right, let's wait for the installer to finish here, and then we're going to find out just how well this works, shall we? Anyway, this was kind of the last thing last time when I installed Ubuntu, because obviously it is working just fine. Ubuntu did work when I installed it. There it is. And we were able to do, you know, whatever here. In fact, let's try HTOP, shall we? Oh, killing my little PC. There we go. Close. Let's close that. And let's go back to Ubuntu for a second. Sudo. Whoops. STTY. Control C. Yes, I know. STTY sane. There we go. That's much better. Sudo apt install htop. All right. This should not take very long. Then we can find out what's killing this poor little Windows box. Actually, I wonder if the Windows subsystem for Linux actually sees anything that's happening over on the Windows side. That would be kind of interesting. We'll just find that out quickly here. Well, quickly. I mean, I'm working on the premise that it's not going to take a long time to install. All right. Almost done. Okay, so setting up HTOP. I see X launch here, so we're going to do the X launch in just a second. HTOP. Actually, let's do that now. Multiple windows, full screen. Do we want to do multiple windows, one large window? I don't know what the correct answer is. One large window. Choose how Xserve displays programs. Let's say one large window. Let's say one large window. This will start, which connected Xserve be able to start local clients after that too. No, we're not going to do open session VX DMCP, not right now. Not right now. Start a program. I'll say start no clients. Let's just say start no clients. Clipboard, blah, blah, blah. Disable access control. Yeah. All right. Because I'm just doing it here for testing purposes. Configuration is complete. Save it. Just save whatever it's called. Finish. All right. So we've installed it. Let's find out what happens. Desktop server. There's our Windows. So what happens if we do something like terminal? GNOME terminal. What happens if we just do that? All right. So let's do this. Export. Oh, actually, let's get out of here. I'm going to find out if it needs to, if it does this setup all by itself. So let's find out here. So there's our display. So I'm going to restart Ubuntu again. And Ubuntu is, where's Ubuntu? Ubuntu. There you are. Okay, so let's find out if we can just do it from scratch here. GNOME-terminal. Does it work? No. So let's go export. I haven't done this in a long time. Export display equals :0.0. And let's try it again. GNOME terminal. Oh, this looks promising. This looks promising. It's not giving me an error. I don't see anything yet, though, but it's not giving me an error. There we go! Yay! Sorry. Sorry. I'm excited. We've got an Ubuntu terminal on the desktop here. This is kind of cool. I wonder if we can run the whole desktop. Shall we try to run the whole desktop? Start X. Let's see what happens here. Oh, sorry. Wrong way to do that. I know. I did it wrong. Let's click X. Close terminal. Just close. I don't care. There's still a process running. That's fine. So let's go back to Ubuntu here, because obviously I don't want to. Start X. All right. No, that doesn't work. Can you just start Ubuntu desktop from can you just start Ubuntu desktop from the shell? Let me just have a quick look here. I haven't actually STTY sane. It's GNOME-disk. That's not right. GNOME screenshot. How can you start GNOME from the desktop? I don't know how to start the entire desktop from the GDM. Is it GDM? No, it's not. What's the display manager? Somebody remind me, what's the display manager for Ubuntu? SDDM? No, it's not. What's the display manager? What is it? It's not where it is. Is it under SBin? LP admin. No, that's not what it is. I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't remember what it is, what the actual desktop command is. Let's try this. Command to start Ubuntu desktop. Command to start Ubuntu desktop. What is it? How to start Google? Oh, that's 2012. I'm not sure that's actually going to help much, but let's find out. Blah, blah, blah. Ubuntu dash. Well, I know. Yeah, I did try to start X. That doesn't work. Ubuntu dash desktop. That doesn't actually work. Blah, blah, blah. That's not a really good answer. That's not what I'm looking for. Start GUI. Oh, let's try in start up with GUI on 1804 and 1604 rather. Oh, light DM. It's light DM. All right, let's see what happens if I start light DM. Let's go back over here, and it's light DM. So sudo light. Well, let's just do light DM. Light sudo light dm secret. No, it doesn't work. Okay. I'm really not sure what I have to do to make that happen. I did the export. Let's go back to the export. So I have that already, but if I do a start X, there we go. I don't have anything that's actually started there. I'll try one more time, but I may have to give up because I don't remember what the command is that I need to do. Graphical target, enable light DM. Yeah, Ubuntu dash desktop. That's just not going to work. That is just not going to work. All right. It's easy enough to actually run commands, but at least I know that I can run graphical commands on Windows, even if I can't run a full GNU desktop. So let's just go, LO. Let's go back to STTY sane, clear, LO. Do we have OpenOffice Writer on here? sorry, suser bin. There we go, L office. So LOFFIC, LO writer. All right, let's try that. That's fine. No Java LDX. So apparently, I can't just do a start X on here, but we can run any graphical application that we want from inside Ubuntu. So there you go. So we do have Ubuntu, or in this case Linux graphical apps, depending on how you want to look at it, running from inside. So we could just use whatever apps we want at this point. So but we might have to run them one at a time. It was a dark and stormy night. All right, and of course we might have to tweak the fonts if we want to. Anyway, this is where I am going to have to leave it for today because I've used up my time. It's after 1 o'clock, and I know that some of you have got to get back to work, and I kind of have to get back to work. So I want to take a moment to first of all say thank you to all the people who joined me live in the chat. I do appreciate you being here. I really do. I also appreciate Linux Journal, who is kindly supporting this Cooking with Linux Without a Net thing every Tuesday. I do want to ask if there's something that you, I did mention this at the beginning there, for those of you who are on, there is actually a Linux Journal chat on IRC. So if you are familiar with using an IRC client, if you're not, go back to last week. Last week's show actually talked about setting up not only an IRC client, but an IRC server. So you can go back and take a look there, and you'll get some information. But just to go back to that window over here, like I said, I do want to thank Linux Journal for this. And if you want to chat in the Linux Journal, you can do that as well. And I'm also going to go over here and I'm going to go to cookingwithlinux.com. And that is my Cooking with Linux website. You can take a look at that. And of course, you might also want to do this, youtube.com/freethinkeratlarge. youtube.com/freethinkeratlarge is going to take you to my page on the internet there. And there's the show that we're doing at the moment, Cooking with Linux Without a Net. See where it says subscribe? Please, please, please subscribe. Please share with your friends, your family, your dogs, your cats, your neighbors, your Linux user group, your IRC channel. I don't really care. Share with people. Tell them to subscribe to this. And let's get them here on the show for next time around. And finally, if you feel so inclined, if you go take a look over here where it says Cooking with Linux, there's a button here, just like there's a button over on Linux Journal that says Become a Patron. Well, you can become a patron of Cooking with Linux, or in this case, Marcel Gagne, and support my habits. My habits are to create gaming videos, Linux and open source videos, Cooking with Linux videos, you know, the occasional radio show, and you can help me with all that, and I would sincerely appreciate it if you can do that as well. So this is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do a final toast to those of you who are still out there, and I have to pour myself a little bit more wine because I'm done with this, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. À votre santé, bon appétit, and cheers. I love my job sometimes. I really do. All right. It's time to say goodbye. So here we go. Stop streaming. Say goodbye. Love having you here. Take care out there.